The game PsiloSybil is a classic linear 3D platformer that faithfully captures the mid-90s aesthetic with challenging gameplay. Players guide Sybil, a determined mushroom, through colorful, trap-filled levels to defeat the evil Lord Nutmeg and liberate the imprisoned mushroom characters. Each handcrafted level introduces new playstyles and unique characters. PsiloSybil offers time trials and an arcade mode with limited lives for extra difficulty. It's a speedrunner's dream due to its deterministic nature, with no RNG. The game's visual style is inspired by Son-era graphics, enhanced by retro visual effects that can be fully customized. With 25 original levels, responsive controls, and hidden content, it's easy to learn but tough to master. And now we come to the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, this early access 3D retro platformer offers a nostalgic throwback to classic titles like Crash Bandicoot, with some fans praising its Son-inspired visuals and precise controls. The game's surreal atmosphere and high difficulty levels stand out, with many likening its challenging design to the toughest levels from the original Crash series. However, not everyone is impressed. While the aesthetic captures the retro vibe, the gameplay is criticized for poor level design, erratic difficulty spikes, and confusing camera angles. Despite the shortcomings, its potential is noted, with the hope that continued development will address these issues and create a standout platformer. In this exciting game, the Monarch, players must navigate a kingdom under siege by dark forces that emerge nightly through the gates of hell. As the ruler, you gather coins, recruit peasants, train units, and build powerful structures to defend your lands and eventually destroy the gates. The gameplay is smooth with minimalistic controls, but strategy is key. Players must balance building defenses, expanding borders, and using power-ups to bring peace to the land. New players should prioritize upgrading walls and keeping extra coins for safety, as well as recruiting peasants daily to strengthen their kingdom. And now we come to the reviews. Common feedback points to the Monarch highlight its similarity to the Kingdom series, focusing on gathering coins to build walls and units and defending against nighttime enemy attacks. While praised for its calming graphics and the strategic use of passive abilities, the game suffers from a lack of variety and several bugs, including disappearing coins and issues with launching attacks near walls. Resource demands and slow pacing, especially as distances increase, detract from the experience. Though currently limited in content and prone to game-breaking errors, the game holds potential, particularly for fans of the Kingdom series, and may become more appealing as it evolves. The game Kill Knight is a fast-paced, top-down action title that throws players into the role of a reanimated knight, once betrayed and banished to the abyss. Now branded as Kill Knight, the sole mission is to eliminate the last angel, battling through 5 deadly eldritch slayers. With a minimalist yet striking retro visual style reminiscent of 90s arcade shooters, the game blends tactical resource management with brutal, relentless combat. Players must exploit enemy weaknesses, execute deadly moves, and master a diverse arsenal of weapons and armor, while navigating increasingly dangerous arenas. Kill Knight encourages aggressive, precise gameplay with its intricate combat systems and evolving challenges. The game features multiple difficulty settings, challenges to unlock powerful equipment, and a global leaderboard for high-score competition. It delivers an immersive, lo-fi experience filled with atmospheric dread, encouraging players to survive and dominate the abyss. Let's now delve into the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that Kill Knight is an intense and addictive twin-stick shooter with tight mechanics and a high skill ceiling. It offers a variety of gameplay options with a detailed loadout system, giving players flexibility to create unique builds. The gameplay features a range of mechanics, such as active reload, resource management, and parrying, adding depth to the combat. While the game's mechanics provide many choices, some critics feel it may verge on being overly complex, without always enhancing the experience. The laser-heavy level design is solid, though it tends to rely too much on one core feature. Despite these critiques, fans of the genre appreciate its challenge, replayability, and polished feel. If you're into arcade-style shooters with depth and strategy, this game is a must-try, though it may not revolutionize the genre. Liar's Bar is a multiplayer online game that centers around deception and high-stakes mind games. Set in a dark and twisted pub, players take turns playing cards face down and either telling the truth or lying about their value. The challenge comes in calling someone's bluff, which could lead to a deadly game of Russian roulette if they're caught lying. The game offers 2 modes, one with dice rolling where players predict outcomes, risking poisonous consequences if they misjudge. The last person standing wins. With unique characters like a bandit dog, gothic vixen and raging bull, Liar's Bar offers an engaging blend of strategy, risk, and immersive storytelling. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Common feedback points to this early access game highlight both its potential and its current shortcomings. Players praise the game's fun and thrilling nature, with a unique tension that makes it ideal for quick, casual rounds. It's also considered great for drinking games and offers a lot of enjoyment for its price. However, users express concerns over a lack of variety in modes, which can make the experience repetitive. A common frustration is hosts leaving the game, causing it to end prematurely, along with issues like rank resets and cheating due to spectators being able to view players' cards. Voice chat and more characters are also suggested as future improvements. Despite its flaws, there's hope that updates will resolve these issues, making it a more solid recommendation. In this exciting game, Throne and Liberty, players must navigate the vast world of Silesium, a richly detailed environment filled with mountains, open plains, and hidden depths. As a free-to-play MMORPG, it offers both PvP and PvE combat, allowing players to strategically adapt to ever-changing conditions like weather, time of day, and the actions of other players. The goal is to defeat the formidable Khazar and claim the throne, all while defending against rival guilds. With no single path to victory, players must make smart choices to survive and thrive in this dynamic world. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Reviewers are of the opinion that Throne and Liberty has had a rocky start, particularly for early access buyers who felt like beta testers due to unstable servers and long maintenance periods. Despite the hefty price tag for early access, server issues persisted until just before release, making a smooth gameplay experience difficult. Crossplay, while present, falls short of expectations as progress remains platform-bound, disappointing players who hoped for more flexibility. On the positive side, latecomers benefit from improved service and comprehensive controller support, making gameplay more convenient. The detailed character, customization, and beautifully designed world are clear highlights, providing a visually immersive experience. Crossplay between PC and consoles is well received, and joining a guild is recommended to enjoy key benefits. However, performance issues remain, even on high-end setups, and some quests are poorly translated, requiring multiple readings. Though promising, only time will tell if the game can overcome its initial hurdles and live up to its potential. Moving Houses is a whimsical physics-based game that explores the process of moving on, both literally and metaphorically. Players navigate the challenges of packing their belongings, while choosing to either maintain order or embrace chaos. Set in a seemingly tranquil house, the game invites players to enjoy casual gameplay filled with task-based gamification that offers instant gratification. With an estimated playtime of 3 hours for the main story and an additional 3 for completionists, the experience is filled with humor, confusion, and unexpected horror elements that surprise players along the way. As players pack household objects into boxes, they may find themselves laughing, crying, and pondering deeper questions, including the unsettling mystery of blood, in a game that initially appears lighthearted. This blend of fun and eerie undertones creates a unique atmosphere, appealing to a wide range of players, though it may raise questions about its suitability for younger audiences. Let's take a closer look at our next review. As observed by multiple reviewers, this game offers a blend of horror and humor, but raises questions about its value given the $13 price tag for roughly 2 hours of content. The subjective nature of horror comes into play, with some feedback suggesting that less reliance on audio cues, like the heartbeat during tense moments, could enhance the experience by fostering genuine fear rather than scripted reactions. The game features 2 distinct segments, a packing simulator and a labyrinthine section reminiscent of the Navidson record. However, the gameplay is criticized for being tedious, and the payoff seems to be concentrated in the last 20-30 minutes. While there are moments of tension, many feel the scares fall flat, leading to mixed feelings about replayability. Despite its flaws, the unique storytelling and chilling ending leave some reviewers impressed, hinting at potential for future projects from the developer. Overall, opinions are divided, making it a challenging recommendation. In this exciting game, Endoparasitic 2, players must navigate the harrowing corridors of an infested Ark-ship while battling a deadly parasite that has left them severely injured. With 3 limbs ripped off, survival hinges on the ability to drag themselves through this nightmarish environment, fending off twisted eldritch creatures. Every action, from reloading weapons to moving, is performed manually, requiring players to master the mechanics of movement and firing simultaneously. They must gather materials to craft ammunition and synthesize vaccines to combat the parasite's relentless effect. The game features a variety of mutated monsters, challenging boss fights, and an intricate inventory management and crafting system, all while controlling the action with a single hand. Players must utilize their wits and skills to escape to civilization and confront the horror that lurks within. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Common feedback points highlight that Endoparasitic 2 is effectively the first game but better, showcasing excellent design decisions and enhanced graphics. Players feel 20% more like badasses, with the combat being engaging and weapons that pack a punch. The game presents a polished survival horror experience, albeit with a steep difficulty curve that can challenge newcomers. Many praise the game's atmosphere, level design, and interactive mechanics, though some critique the inventory management as tedious and resource management as tight. Technical issues have surfaced, such as launch problems on lower-end PCs, but these do not overshadow the overall enjoyment. While some players have noted an anticlimactic ending and the potential for improvements, the consensus leans toward the game being a worthwhile sequel. Those who appreciated the first installment will likely find a lot to love in this iteration, making it a significant entry in the survival horror genre. Silence of the Siren is a turn-based strategy game set in a distant star system where various spacefaring civilizations vie for dominance. Players explore desolate planets and gather resources essential for constructing advanced cities and armies. The game takes place in the Siren star system, once the heart of a thriving galactic alliance, now fractured into isolated factions and colonies following its separation from the wider galaxy. As players delve into uncharted territories, they encounter remnants of a lost primal civilization and a lurking ominous entity. Gameplay involves commanding different factions, recruiting skilled commanders, and utilizing their unique abilities in tactical turn-based battles. Players must overcome obstacles to acquire powerful artifacts and equipment, strategically deploying units to gain the upper hand against formidable foes. With its rich sci-fi narrative and old-school strategy elements combined with modern controls, Silence of the Siren offers an engaging experience for strategy enthusiasts. And now we come to the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that Silence of the Siren delivers a nostalgic experience reminiscent of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, enhanced with a beautifully designed sci-fi aesthetic. The game features a deep color palette, enjoyable music, and engaging animations, making the world visually appealing. Currently offering 3 unique factions, with 2 more planned, the game allows for strategic exploration and combat on a hexagonal grid. However, some criticisms arise regarding the small font size and lack of battlefield variety, which may lead to monotony. Suggestions for improvement include a voice tutorial, clearer indicators for unit types, and additional zoom options. Overall, the game promises a compelling blend of familiar mechanics and new elements, appealing to both veterans and newcomers to the genre, while still having room for refinement as it continues through early access. In this exciting game, EcoGnomix, players must manage a growing gnome village while exploring mystical caves beneath it. Combining elements of roguelite and city building, players send gnomes on resource-gathering expeditions to help expand their village and unlock new abilities. Each gnome has its own specialty, and strategic placement is key to gathering resources and battling bizarre creatures underground. As the caves become more unstable, players must decide how deep to venture while fending off threats like ravenous bats. Every expedition is unique, with opportunities to adapt, upgrade, and modify your gnome team to ensure success. And now we come to the reviews. Common feedback points to EcoGnomix highlight its addictive gameplay loop, blending roguelite mechanics with city-building elements in a charming gnome-themed world. The mix of strategy and resource management keeps players engaged, while the art style and quirky humor add a unique atmosphere. The game stands out for its balanced progression system, offering a variety of gnome classes to handle challenges in caves, such as managing food, wood, and fighting off enemies. Boss battles provide an extra layer of difficulty and fun. Some players encountered technical issues like lost save files, but overall, EcoGnomix is praised for its originality and engaging mechanics, appealing to fans of both roguelites and strategy games. Despite a somewhat generic interface, the game's humor, variety, and rewarding progression make it a recommended choice for those looking for a mix of tactical depth and city-building fun.